We are standing at the threshold of a profound moment where our lives and the unseen forces of the universe intertwine. This video will take you deeper into the mystery of how the universe manifests people into each other's lives and, more specifically, how you might be the chosen one that someone else is manifesting right now. Yes, you. You might not even realize it yet, but what if I told you that someone out there, right at this very moment, is pulling you into their reality? Let's dive into this, not just as an intellectual exercise, but as a deep spiritual journey. And as we move through this exploration, I want you to ask yourself, am I truly aware of the signs that the universe is calling me into someone else's life? Am I open to this connection?
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
We often talk about manifestation as something we do, something we create, something we control. But what if the tables have been turned and now it's you who is being drawn into someone else's orbit? What if your energy, your vibrations, are aligning with another soul who is consciously or unconsciously pulling you closer? It's a powerful thought, and it's one that can change the way we see our relationships and experiences. The invitation of the universe. Life is a series of vibrations. Everything that we see, feel, and experience is a reflection of the energy we put out into the world. But what we often forget is that energy is not just a one-way street. As much as we send out our desires and intentions, the universe also sends signals back to us, guiding us toward the people, places, and experiences that align with our souls. And sometimes this guidance comes in the form of being manifested by someone else. You are being called, summoned, chosen. But how do you know? How do you recognize the signs that you are the one being manifested? That someone is trying to draw you into their reality? The first thing to understand is that the universe will always send subtle, yet powerful signals. These signs may not be immediately obvious, but they are there, waiting for you to notice them. You might begin to feel an inexplicable pull toward a person, a place, or even an idea. It's as if something beyond your control is guiding you. You may start seeing synchronicities, patterns of numbers, repeated names, or events that seem to happen for no logical reason. It's easy to dismiss these things as coincidence, but I want to challenge you to think deeper. What if these synchronicities are the universe's way of whispering to you, letting you know that you are being called? You might begin to dream more vividly. Dreams are a powerful tool of communication between the conscious and subconscious mind. When someone is manifesting you, your dreams may become more intense, more symbolic. You might start seeing the face of someone you've never met or places you've never been. These are not just random occurrences, they are the universe's way of preparing you for the meeting, the connection that is to come. Your emotions, too, are a key indicator. Have you ever felt a sudden wave of emotion, a deep sense of longing or anticipation, without knowing why? This could be because your soul is picking up on the energy of the person who is manifesting you. You feel their pull, their desire for you to enter their life, and your body responds in kind. It's a visceral, almost magnetic connection that you can't quite explain. And let's not forget about intuition. That gut feeling, that deep knowing that something is about to change, is one of the most powerful tools we have as spiritual beings. When someone is manifesting you, your intuition will start to heighten. You may not know exactly what's coming, but you sense that something is on the horizon, and it's big. Your soul knows before your mind does. It's like standing on the edge of a great revelation, and all you have to do is trust the process. But here's the question: are you willing to trust your intuition, even when it doesn't make sense? When you feel the energy of the manifestation. Now that we've explored how the universe invites you into someone's life, let's go deeper into what happens when you start to feel the energy of that manifestation. This is not just a mental or emotional experience, it's a full body, full spirit sensation. When someone is manifesting you, their energy begins to blend with yours. You may feel as if you're being watched spiritually, or that someone is thinking about you intensely, even if you don't know who they are yet. This is where things get really interesting, because the universe operates on a higher frequency than we often realize. Every thought, every intention, every desire is energy. And when someone is manifesting you, they are sending that energy out into the universe, which then begins to ripple through your own frequency. You may not consciously realize it, but your energy field is responding. You might find yourself thinking about this person without knowing why. Their presence may start to weave its way into your own thoughts and emotions, and you begin to question whether these are your own feelings or something more. And here's the thing: when you're being manifested, the universe will often create opportunities for you to cross paths with the person who is calling you. You might find yourself in situations or places that seem out of the ordinary, yet oddly familiar. Maybe you suddenly feel compelled to visit a place you've never been, or you meet someone new and feel an instant connection. These are not accidents, they are synchronicities, deliberately placed into your path to bring you closer to the one who is manifesting you. This is where your free will comes into play. You see, while the universe can guide and nudge us in certain directions, it's still up to us to decide whether or not to follow those signs. You have to be willing to open yourself up to the possibility that you are part of someone else's manifestation. It's a humbling thought, isn't it? That someone else's spiritual journey is so intertwined with yours that they are actively drawing you into their life. But here's the question I want you to reflect on: are you open to being called? Are you ready to embrace the possibility that someone else's manifestation is leading you toward a new chapter in your life? The power of surrendering to the manifestation. When you start to feel the pull of another's manifestation, it can be tempting to resist. After all, we like to think that we are in control of our own destinies, that we are the ones who decide where we go and who we meet. But the truth is, sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is surrender to the flow of the universe. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up control. It means trusting that the universe is guiding you towards something that is for your highest good. When someone is manifesting you, there is a reason for it. There is a lesson to be learned, a connection to be made, a growth to be experienced. And sometimes the best way to experience that is to simply let go and allow the universe to do its work. But surrender takes courage. It takes faith. It takes a willingness to trust that even though you may not understand the full picture, the universe does. And here's the beautiful thing: when you surrender to the manifestation, when you allow yourself to be drawn into someone else's life, magic happens. You start to see the world in a different way. You begin to understand that we are all connected, that our lives are intertwined in ways we can't fully comprehend. And you realize that being a chosen one is not about control, but about connection. So as we come to the end of this part of our journey, I want to leave you with one final question. Are you ready to surrender to the manifestation? Are you willing to be the chosen one, to step into the life that someone else is calling you into? The choice is yours. The universe is waiting. When we talk about surrendering to the flow of the universe, we aren't talking about passively letting life happen to us. No, this kind of surrender is a conscious act of faith, a deep trust in the cosmic intelligence that weaves together the threads of our lives. When you realize that someone is manifesting you, it's not about losing control, it's about stepping into a higher form of alignment, a dance of energy where your path and someone else's path are converging for a reason that might be beyond your current understanding. One of the most profound things you can do in this moment is to embrace the idea that you are part of something bigger, something unseen but deeply real. The universe is constantly orchestrating connections, weaving together encounters, and aligning moments that are meant to guide us toward our highest purpose. And sometimes that purpose involves becoming a key player in someone else's spiritual journey. When you start to feel the signs of being manifested, when you feel the pull, the synchronicities, the inexplicable urges to be somewhere or do something, you're being invited to trust that this is no accident. The universe doesn't waste energy. Everything is purposeful. If someone is manifesting you, it's because there is something essential in this connection for both of you. But here's the deep question. What if the person manifesting you is doing so because you hold a key to their spiritual evolution, just as they hold one for you? This is where we dive into the wisdom of interconnectedness. We like to think of ourselves as islands, separate beings on our own solitary journeys. But in truth, we are deeply interconnected, bound by the invisible threads of energy, intention, and spirit. When someone is manifesting you, they are reaching out to you energetically, asking the universe to bring you into their life because they sense, at a soul level, that you are part of their growth, part of their healing, part of their awakening. And perhaps without even realizing it, you are also calling them into your life for the same reasons. There's a profound gift in this realization. When we open ourselves up to being manifested, we are opening ourselves up to a deeper level of spiritual growth. Because here's the thing, relationships, whether they are romantic, friendships, or even brief encounters, are some of the most powerful catalysts for spiritual evolution. We learn through others. We grow through the mirrors that other people hold up to us. And when someone is manifesting you, they are inviting you into a relationship that will teach you something vital about yourself, about life, and about the universe. But the question is, are you ready to receive that lesson? As you begin to surrender to the idea that you are being manifested, the signs will become clearer. You'll start to notice that certain people come into your life at just the right moment. You might meet a stranger who feels like an old friend, or you might find yourself drawn to a particular person in a way that defies logic. These moments are not coincidences. They are the universe responding to the energy that has been sent out by the one who is manifesting you. You might also notice that your intuition becomes sharper. You'll start to have a deep knowing about certain situations or people, even if you can't explain why. This is your soul's way of recognizing the vibrational match between you and the person who is calling you into their life. Trust this intuition. It is one of your greatest spiritual tools, and it will guide you as you navigate this journey of being manifested. And then there are the dreams. Dreams are a powerful gateway into the subconscious mind, and when someone is manifesting you, your dreams may become more vivid, more symbolic. You might dream about meeting someone, or you might have recurring dreams about a particular person or situation. These dreams are not random. They are your soul's way of preparing you for the connection that is coming. Pay attention to these dreams. Write them down if you can. Reflect on the symbols and the feelings they evoke, because they often contain important messages about the person who is manifesting you. But perhaps the most powerful sign that you are being manifested is the feeling of alignment. When someone is manifesting you, there is a sense of flow, of ease in your life. Things start to click into place. You find yourself in the right place at the right time. Opportunities that seemed out of reach suddenly present themselves. It's as if the universe is clearing the path, removing obstacles, and guiding you toward the person who is calling you into their life. This is a powerful moment, and it's one that requires you to be fully present, fully aware, and fully open to what is unfolding. When you are being manifested, it's important to remember that this is not a one-way street. While someone may be calling you into their life, you are also bringing something valuable to them. There is a spiritual exchange happening here, a mutual giving and receiving of energy, wisdom, and growth. You may be the answer to someone's prayer, just as they are the answer to yours. This exchange is sacred. It's part of the divine design of the universe, where souls come together to help each other evolve. And it's important to approach this exchange with an open heart and an open mind. You might not fully understand why you are being called into someone's life, but trust that there is a reason. Trust that you have something to offer them, just as they have something to offer you. But here's the key: are you willing to embrace this exchange? Are you willing to give as much as you are willing to receive? When you allow yourself to be manifested, you are stepping into a role that the universe has prepared for you. It's a role that requires you to show up fully, to be present, to be open to the lessons and the growth that will come from this connection. And in return, you will receive blessings beyond what you can imagine. Sometimes the person manifesting you will bring challenges into your life. They may push you out of your comfort zone, force you to confront parts of yourself that you've been avoiding. But these challenges are part of your growth. They are the universe's way of helping you evolve into the person you are meant to be. And when you embrace these challenges with an open heart, you will find that they are not obstacles, but stepping stones on your spiritual path. As we come to the final part of this journey, I want to leave you with one last thought: let go of resistance. When someone is manifesting you, there might be a part of you that resists, that clings to the safety of the known, that fears stepping into the unknown. But resistance only creates blockages. It only delays the inevitable. Instead, let go. Surrender fully to the process. Trust that the universe is guiding you toward this connection for a reason. Trust that you are being called into this person's life, because there is something beautiful waiting for you on the other side of that connection. When you let go of resistance, you allow the flow of the universe to move freely through your life. You open yourself up to the magic of being a chosen one, of being part of someone else's manifestation. And in doing so, you step into a deeper, more profound relationship with yourself, with the universe, and with the person who is calling you into their life. So ask yourself, am I ready to let go of resistance? Am I ready to trust the universe and step into the life that someone else is manifesting for me? The answer, my friend, lies within you. The universe is waiting for you to say yes. Are you ready to answer the call? The moment you say yes, the moment you embrace the possibility that someone is manifesting you, is the moment you step into a cosmic dance. This dance is fluid, dynamic, and beautifully orchestrated by forces far beyond our comprehension. When you allow yourself to become a willing participant in this spiritual exchange, you begin to see life in a completely different way. The boundaries between the physical and spiritual worlds blur. And you start to realize that manifestation is not just about thoughts or desires, it's about energy, alignment, and divine timing. Think about this for a moment. What if every meaningful encounter in your life was part of a larger, cosmic choreography? What if the people who come into your life, both those who uplift you and those who challenge you, are there because they've been drawn to you, or you've been drawn to them by the invisible threads of manifestation? This is the deeper truth that many people miss when they talk about manifestation. Often, people think about manifestation in terms of material wealth, success, or personal achievement. But spiritual manifestation is something far greater. It's about aligning with the energies that are meant to guide you toward your highest good. It's about co-creating your reality with the universe and recognizing that sometimes the universe brings people into your life for reasons that go beyond your own immediate desires. When someone is manifesting you, they are not just pulling you into their orbit for superficial reasons. There is always a deeper purpose at play. Whether it's to heal old wounds, to spark new growth, or to collaborate on a shared mission, the connection is part of a divine plan, a plan that is always working for your highest good, even when it doesn't seem that way at first. Let's talk about magnetism for a moment. Energy is magnetic, and like attracts like. When someone is manifesting you, they are sending out a specific frequency, one that resonates with your own energetic field. This resonance is what creates the pull between you and the person manifesting you. It's as if your souls are speaking the same language, even if your conscious minds haven't caught up yet. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. When you are being manifested, you are not just passively receiving energy, you are also emitting energy. Your vibration is rising to meet the person who is drawing you into their life. This is why you often feel a sense of anticipation or excitement when you're about to meet someone who has been manifesting you. It's because your soul recognizes the connection before your mind does. This is also why, when you're being manifested, you might find that other areas of your life start to shift as well. You might start to feel more aligned, more in tune with your purpose. Opportunities that seemed out of reach may suddenly appear. It's as if the universe is conspiring to bring everything into alignment, all because your energy is synchronizing with the person who is calling you into their reality. But there's a deeper layer to this magnetism that we need to explore. When someone is manifesting you, they are not just manifesting your presence, they are manifesting the version of you that is in alignment with what they need for their growth. And in return, you are being called to step into the version of yourself that is ready for this connection. This is why being manifested can feel so transformative. It pushes you to evolve, to shed old layers, and to step into a higher version of yourself. This is where the real work begins. Being manifested is not just about showing up in someone's life, it's about showing up as the person you are meant to be. It's about embodying the qualities that the universe is calling forth from you. And sometimes this requires you to let go of old patterns, old beliefs, and old ways of being that no longer serve you. The universe doesn't bring people into our lives randomly. There is always a reason, always a lesson, always an opportunity for growth. And when you are being manifested, you are being given the chance to step into a new chapter of your spiritual journey. But this requires you to be fully present, fully engaged, and fully willing to embrace the transformation that is being offered to you. So what does this transformation look like? It might look like healing old wounds that have been holding you back. It might look like stepping into a role of leadership or mentorship for someone who needs your guidance. It might look like opening your heart to a new kind of love or friendship that challenges you to grow in ways you never anticipated. Whatever the transformation looks like, know that it is always for your highest good. The person manifesting you is not just pulling you into their life for their benefit, they are pulling you into a co-created experience that will elevate both of you. This is the beauty of spiritual manifestation. It's always a two-way street. Both parties are transformed by the connection. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on the sacredness of this process. Being manifested by someone is not something to take lightly. It's a sacred invitation, a calling from the universe to participate in something greater than yourself. And when you recognize the sacredness of this connection, you begin to approach it with reverence, with gratitude, and with an open heart. Have you ever felt that deep, intuitive knowing that a certain person was meant to be in your life? That their presence was not an accident, but part of a divine plan? This is the kind of connection we're talking about here. When someone is manifesting you, it's because your souls have a sacred contract, a contract that was made long before you even met in this lifetime. And here's the beautiful part: when you honor this sacred connection, you open yourself up to the fullness of the experience. You stop resisting. You stop questioning whether or not you're supposed to be in this person's life. Instead, you embrace the connection with an open heart, trusting that the universe knows exactly what it's doing. But here's the deep question: are you willing to honor the sacredness of this connection? Are you willing to step into the role that the universe has chosen for you, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it challenges you to grow in ways you didn't expect? Of course, being manifested doesn't always come without challenges. Sometimes, the person manifesting you may have expectations or desires that don't align with your own. Or you may find that the connection brings up old wounds or triggers that you thought you had healed. This is where the real work comes in. When you are being manifested, it's important to stay grounded in your own truth. Yes, you are being called into someone's life for a reason, but that doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your own needs or desires in the process. The key is to find the balance between honoring the connection and honoring yourself. This is where boundaries become important. Just because someone is manifesting you doesn't mean you have to lose yourself in the process. In fact, the most powerful connections are those where both parties are fully aligned with their own truth, while also being open to the growth and transformation that the connection brings. If you find that the connection is bringing up challenges, ask yourself, what is the lesson here? What is the universe trying to teach me through this experience? Often, the challenges we face in relationships, especially those that are spiritually significant, are there to help us grow. They are opportunities to heal, to release old patterns, and to step into a higher version of ourselves. As we come to the close of this journey, I want to leave you with one final thought: surrender. Surrender to the process of being manifested. Trust that the universe is guiding you exactly where you need to be. Trust that the connection you are being called into is for your highest good, even if it's not immediately clear. Surrender doesn't mean giving up control, it means releasing the need to control the outcome. It means trusting that the universe has a plan for you, and that plan is unfolding perfectly, even if you can't see the full picture yet. So ask yourself, am I ready to surrender? Am I ready to trust the universe and step into the life that is being called forth for me? The universe is waiting for your answer. And when you say yes, when you fully surrender to the process, you step into a life that is more aligned, more purposeful, and more magical than you could have ever imagined.